Hello, everybody.
Hello. This is another Toonkind at 12 frames per second. Um, my name is Deedee Flowers. I go by Deedee, and today I'm going to be playing a frog wizard named Philleapo, and I am joined by.
Hi, everybody. I'm Babble. People usually or used to know me by Frosty, but you know what? Heck that name. I'm going to be I'm going to be playing Ajaxx, the funky little blue penguin. That
Who
is
we love.
totally okay.
Mm, yeah, Ajax has been through a bit of a time, haven't they?
Just yesterday, right?
Oh, God, yeah, that's right. It was just yesterday. The
uh,
poor penguin.
just yesterday in Toon time.
Yeah, in Toon time.
I
So
think
it's
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 it's been a couple.
yeah,
It's been a few days since uh, the recording of that particular FPS, but
yeah, yeah. But it's been not too long since Ajax has had a bad time, and you know what? Ajax deserves a good time, which is what sort of why we're doing this. So, so since Ajax is kind of
I'm sorry, I'm a very giggly person. Please continue.
no, we love it. We love it. It's very good. But we're gonna have a. It's gonna be it since Ajax has had a time like Ajax like since that time like I think you said like during the game that Ajax was planning on taking a couple days off like when the incident in the other game happened. So
Yeah,
like yeah, so I I imagine that like Ajax is just trying to kind of maybe cheer themselves up or like trying to get back into their routine. Would you want to give us a little a little insight on like how what they're doing, how they're feeling, where they're going?
uh, well, currently it's only the day after the events of Turtle Talk, and so they snuck off with a salty squabble. Once Ajax had gotten their checkup from Abigail before she went to work on some stuff. It's very difficult sneaking off of a ship when you have a very attentive seagull watching over you. But
Yes.
for the sake of this game, they managed to do so.
Nice, nice, nice.
And they're going to go to the nearest store, primarily to just grab some random items. But more specifically, they're after some itch cream. Primary reason
Okay.
why they didn't just ask Abigail was because they didn't want to bother her.
Oh,
Like, they love
oh,
her and she was already doing so much. They don't want to
oh.
like bother her with something as is what they think dumb and easy to handle as an itch that just won't go away.
Yeah. Ajax is very good, but they need to learn better self-care and
They
to communicate their feelings, and I hope that happens soon.
haha.
that's that's not encouraging. Um, you're on a mission. You're trying to look for a couple things. Um, Babel, would you mind rolling maybe like an insight check or maybe a perception check? See if if Ajax can find what they're looking for.
Yes, I loved the checks. Wonderful. I'm going to use. Wait, well, it doesn't matter which one I use. They're both +6. Plus, there we go.
Oh, whoa. Okay. Yeah, you find everything. I think you've probably been in this store before, so it's like, oh, you know where everything's supposed to be. So you grab you grab all the supplies you need, you grab this and that, you absolutely grab the itch cream, but you even find something else that's really nice. You find like I think you said that your like Ajax's favorite food is roach muffins. They
Uh,
find what
their favorite food is. not necessarily roach muffins. That's our favorite one to make.
Ah,
They
what
love
would they?
shrimp.
What would it be? Ah, you find I guess like your favorite shrimp flavored junk food is like yes, they find that and which is great, but unfortunately it is on a super high tall shelf that they cannot reach.
Ah, you tall people! Of course!
And I think when you hear like when you start like did you say that in character or like that's just like a internal monologue like oh no wait no Ajax can't talk. I'm like I'm sorry.
You are
Sorry.
entirely valid!
Yes, that's right.
It
Okay.
absolutely would be an internal monologue. They wouldn't even sign it. They'd just look up there and they would pout. But
Yeah.
they also, you guys get a new color, because I don't think I've shown this one before.
Oh,
If it would load, that would be lovely. Discord, please don't be a butthole.
Discord, please be nice. We're trying to have a good time.
There you go, Discord. Good job.
That is a... Oh, annoyed. Oh no. But that's fair. That's valid. That's fair. And so yeah, as you're like looking up angrily at, I guess I'm just gonna do this rather than roll for it because I want this to happen. Otherwise, we won't win a game. As you're looking angrily, as you're looking angrily up at your shrimp junk food, which is too far for you to reach, you see a familiar spotted blue hand reach up to the shelf and just kind of absent-mindedly hand you the box or bag, and he's like, "Oh, here you go." And then now I'm gonna roll a perception, see if like because I think I'd be like to do. What is my perception again? What is it? Oh, passive perception of 12. So yeah, I'm just gonna go off that, and I'm thinking like, oh, he doesn't notice at first, but then he just kind of like so the person who hands you the box doesn't notice at first, but then he kind of does a double take. Is like, ah, boss, boss, what are you doing here?
uh,
He's kind of like a little flustered, like, and and you see your coworker, like you see your coworker, kind of like he has a look on his face like like when you're a little kid and it was like always kind of surprising to see your teacher like outside of school like you thought they lived underneath their desk or something. It's a bit like that. It's like you don't know what he doesn't know what to do.
I love him so much. I do.
He is a simple idiot frog. He cannot change this.
I love him so much. Well, Jackie is kind of just staring for sort of, not really. Uh, they're looking from the shrimp. That's what it is. The shrimp, and back up at him, and back at the shrimp, and well, now their hands are full, and they can't say thank you,
Yeah. Oh,
and
I don't
just
know if I mentioned, but he can speak sign. He just like not speak sign. He can like speak tune sign. He's just kind of like they're just staring at each other like they don't know what to do with the situation.
that awkward moment when you see your coworker at the store.
Yeah. Do you want to I don't know, do another perception check? Or maybe like a yeah, perception check.
Always.
Yeah. Oh, that
Oh
works.
boy.
That's perfect. Like it was like I was gonna be 5 because he looks very obviously different now. Like you've only ever seen like Philleapo in his fancy suit or in like his like very gaudy awful janitor's outfit. But he is wearing clothes we've never seen before. And yeah, he's got like I'm just gonna post the picture. I think I've showed it to you before, but he's wearing a strange little fanny pack that looks a little bit like a fishbowl, and inside is yeah and he's also wearing like a very gaudy like flower print yellow shirt. Like he's wearing dad clothes, which is and he's got
He
a little baby in
is.
this. Yes. He's wearing dad clothes, and he's got a little tadpole in this fanny pack. It's like, yeah. It's like, how do you react to that? Like,
Uh, well, despite having a nibbling, Jackie doesn't really know how to react to children all that much.
yeah, that's fair. Like,
Uh,
you
they're
know,
not
kids re-
they're not bothered, but they're also just kind of like, yeah, okay, that's a child. I mean, I can't.
Yep.
I'm gonna actually roll a d20 to see if they're surprised or not. No, they're not. Okay.
Yeah,
I guess they clocked
I
in
g-
sometime early that, yeah, no, I feel like this guy's a dad. Alright.
he has that dad energy.
Apparently, he do, especially in
I
this book.
guess. Yeah. Um, but yeah, like you see, like, yeah, and children tend to react to you more than you react to them. I find, like they happen to you, you don't happen to them. So Philleapo is just kind of looking at like looking down at Ajaxx and just kind of waves sheepishly, like, how are things? And it's like, oh, right, you can't sign without a and he has he has a grocery cart, but he also has like a little empty grocery bag that like a little empty grocery bin that like he was using before, and when he realized, oh wait, no, I need a full cart. I need a full cart. But he just had the bin with him, so he kind of hands you that so you have like at least one free hand to sign.
um, well, they were already in the midst of just like putting the shrimp, yep, in their little like
Oh, you already
arm
have.
basket, arm tote that they have.
Yeah. Yes.
And they had
Yes.
just put it down, and now they're just looking back and forth, very confused, like, wait, hold on. What is going on?
He's kind of looking like, oh, you already had that. I'm just gonna put this away. They're just flustered beans, Your Honor.
They are.
Flustered beans.
And while that is no longer their design, that is what they are wearing because they didn't feel like putting on
Oh,
their usual clothes.
Ajaxx is so valid and so good.
Like,
Ajaxx
heck
is so
that.
good.
But
Yeah.
that does mean certain things are more visible.
Oh no. Oh, should I roll a perception check?
If you want, yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, what is my. I'm not gonna go by passive perception because that's pretty low. What is my perception? Oh, it's a +2.
I should go back to colors and
Oh, that's a pretty good.
that's a dirty 20. I think that's great. um you definitely see the new scars that they didn't
Oh,
have before, and
oh,
perhaps an older one. Kind of
oh
weird that
boy.
that one's purple.
I'm gonna. Ooh. I'm gonna roll a d2 like to kind of see like how he wants to play this because he is like. Oh, a two. Okay. So yeah, he's going to kind of like if it was one, I was gonna like kind of make him like pretend he didn't see this, like make him like pretend he like it could like ignored it or whatever. Like, oh, oh, she's happy to see him. Oh, oh, that makes me happy because
Uh,
he's
the confusion has made them laugh, so they're in a they're less
oh.
awkward now and in a better mood.
So he's ooh, I don't know like how to word this. Like, Philippa's kind of give her a bit of a worried frown. It's like, or because like he sees the new because like he's not gonna comment on the new injuries, but he definitely sees the old ones, and it's like, are boss, are you all right? Did you something? I mean, not that it's any of my business. If you don't want to tell me, that's totally cool. That's I understand that, but do, do you need help? Like, do you like I'm not much of a fighter, but if I do you need help?
Uh, they more so pat like the part of their the back of their head where one part of the new one is, thinking that that's it. Uh, and of course they like flinch their flipper in the realization, oh, that is still new and hurts. Okay. Um, but they look up at him very confused and are like, I'm fine.
That just that doesn't look pleasant. You need to like, I mean, like I know a healing spell. Do you need a healing spell or
No, no, I just um. So my friend, the Admiral, or Admiral Abigail, or Abby as I call her, you know that I've talked to her to you about her. I talk about her all the time. Uh, Yesterday I was hanging out with her after work, and I there was a bit of an accident during a play fight. It's not her fault. It was a learning experience more than anything. But
oof.
I've been, I'm okay. I'm okay. I promise I'm okay. Uh, I actually just snuck out from her ship to come and get some itch cream because she's busy and I didn't want to bother her. But then I, I should go back at some point. Definitely soon because she's very attentive. I just wanted to come out for itch cream and then I gotta go back.
He's okay. Hmm. Uh, I don't like. Actually, let's just go like off the previous role. Like you kind of see like a mixture of emotions as you tell him the story, and he's like, oh, oh no, oh dear, oh no. But I don't know if this is something. I'm just gonna give you to you because like I know like the like at this point like the two of them are like they started off with kind of a little bit of a contentious relationship just because like the first time like they did a job like Philleapo touched her shoulder and like that was not like Ajaxx did not appreciate that because like Ajaxx is not appreciated with touch and like Philleapo has just been kind of like more like I don't want to say gentle but like he's always been a little bit like hesitant about how to react so it's like he's a little bit conflicted like is this really like yeah like it sounds like you got it handled but on the other hand oh my gosh oh my gosh oh my gosh oh my gosh.
Poor thing. The he doesn't even know yet that all he has to do is ask first and things are okay.
Yeah,
Usually,
yeah. He's
all
like
you gotta
he's
do is
also
ask first before you touch them, and then it's good.
yeah he's like also like he's like also very a tactile frog and so it's like he's touch first gas later which is probably not okay in general but what can you do but before I want to say before you say anything you hear a tiny little sneeze coming from the little fanny pack.
Oh,
And
baby.
yeah, and the little axolotl like tadpole just kind of bristles a little bit from their sneeze, and he just like kind of gently like rubs the side of the glass like oh I know kiddo I'm sorry I know like we'll get you your stuff don't worry, and then he's like and Philleapo kind of like looks up like oh new color
Yeah.
new color I must look reveal the name of the color Discord. Why does it not have the name? It's weird. Why is my computer's being weird?
So that color is sad.
Oh,
Like they
oh,
feel bad for the baby.
oh, sad. It's like he kind of looks up at like I want to say Philleapo kind of looks up at Ajaxx and is like, oh, I should have introduced you. Boss, these are my kids. And he kind of gently rubs the side of the glass again, and the baby definitely nuzzles against the hand. And he says, this is Axel. Axel, this is my boss Ajaxx. Well, my sub boss, we have another boss that's a ferret that I've told you about who's a little bit scary, but this is the nicer boss. This is the nice boss who's less intimidating. And like the baby, like in a little bit of a sick super, kind of like looks up at you, Ajaxx, and just kind of stares curiously at you, tries to nuzzle, like kind of nudge a bit close to the glass to see you.
Well, Ajax, again, despite not really knowing much about how to respond to children, they do wave and they. Do you want to roll an insight?
Yes, I would love to roll an insight. Oh my god, what the heck?
Wow, okay.
What?
I. Okay, Philleapo.
But those listening at home, that was a 22.
It
That was
it
a crit
was, and it was
20.
a natural 20. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. You know what? You know what? I like this. I like this. I like this. So I don't know how it. I don't know how it is that you have just zeroed in on how Ajax's emotions work, but you have Philleapo, and you see that they are very worried about this small child.
Oh.
They seem to realize that baby's sick. Baby needs snack. Baby needs.
Baby needs snack. Do not give baby snack of cleaner. Oh. Oh. He's like, oh, I think he sees that like she's like that like is our Ajax is like, do Ajax pronouns like, do they like would it be, would they prefer they or she today, or does it like go back and forth, or like,
uh, either one at any time.
okay, I know some characters when they're gender fluid, like they, some days it's okay, so
Yeah, no, you're valid. The only one I think that actually changes gender at any given point would be Gibbs, and well, I'm not Gibbs today, so.
okay, okay, so yeah, like Philleapo sees how kind of worried about this baby, how worried about the baby like Ajax is, and it's like, oh, don't worry, Axel's gonna be okay. It's just a little cold. We just had to keep him separated from his siblings so the others don't get sick. Um, it should just pass on its own, but I thought I'd get them like, some like, get them some good tea, maybe the treats they like so they feel a little bit better. Um, and yeah, do you want to do another insight check?
Oh,
Since Max,
absolutely.
yeah, because he said other kids. Oh yes, that's good. Yeah, you definitely see the large like aquarium like backpack on his back, and yeah, you definitely see that.
I think they have a good enough intelligence to put two and two together, and they're not going to say anything, but they do glance at the larger aquarium behind him.
Oh, oh, thank you for this blessing, because he's this is my favorite joke, and this is his favorite joke. He sees them looking at the aquarium, and he gets this grin on his face, and is like, "Hey, boss, do you know it's better than one baby?"
Mm.
And he leaps, does kind of a 180, and points, and like, to that his back is facing you, and he just points to his back and goes boom, and you see four other babies just chilling in a tank. I love that joke. It's so stupid, but it's my favorite. Oh yeah.
Another new color. The best color. uh, Philleapo, when you turn around, there are bubbles all over the room, and they are laughing. It's silent laughter, but it's laughter nonetheless because they are doing the motions. And they are that color. The bright,
Oh,
bubbly sea foam.
oh,
And their tail, it be doing a wiggle.
oh, guess what? The babies have little tails too, and they're doing wiggles too. They're like, they're doing like, they're doing the monkey, they kind of monkey see, monkey do kind of wiggles, but they're also overjoyed wiggles. Like, it's both. They're like, oh
Ah!
my gosh, other wiggler, same hat. We wiggle together. We're gonna have a good time.
They're all just a bunch of wiggle monsters. Yes!
Yes, they're all wigglers, and they're so excited. Yes, and they are just like yes, but like Philleapo is thrilled because that's exactly the kind of reaction he was hoping for.
Jokes like that. Honestly, Ajaxx is incredibly easy to make giggle or laugh. Like,
Oh,
so it's not like this would have been hard
yeah.
because they are like me, and the majority of my characters they are a giggly bitch.
Yes, and which is good because like Philleapo is all dad joke. He is all anxiety and dad joke, so it's good.
I am living for this.
Yes, and he's. I have one more picture of the babies with their names because I put so much thought into this,
And
and he like
we love to see it.
yes we do. And if you would load, please. Thank you, Discord, for being nice. He introduces you to the babies one by one, and I I don't know if like he would have like he probably did exude dad energy, but I don't think he's like pulled out. I don't think he's necessarily pulled out the wallet of the baby photos, but you get introduced to each of the babies and like and you were told what their names are and like what they like to do, how Axel is the fastest swimmer, but Tad is catching up, and Sally is just like always a little bit sleepy, and Newton will put anything in his mouth, and that worries him greatly. It's like,
uh, at that one, Ajaxx may or may not look a little bit sheepishly away. They definitely don't have that habit as well. Don't worry about it. What do you mean? They're not embarrassed at all. They didn't put a hermit crab in their mouth.
yeah.
But they also wave to each one of them.
Oh,
It's a little
and the
harder to
babies.
wave up at the ones that float up to the top because they are short. They are
Yeah,
super short.
yeah. I like to think like at some point like he takes the backpack off so like they can each individually meet this new person because new person I want to see, and it's like it's like they'll get fussy if like they don't get to see the new person.
That is valid. I love that. Ah! They're
They're
all
different.
baby.
Yes, they're all baby. Literally.
Literally, all baby.
Literally.
Aw.
I know. And I think you guys I've been talking a lot, but I think you guys talk for a little while. Just like chat like, or at least Philleapo is chatting about these babies, and like you are being introduced to all of them, and like a couple of them like do little swimmings, like spin around in circles as they're swimming in their little aquarium, and it's just very cute, very sweet, and and like I don't know if there's like well, is there anything you want to say right now, or like do you want to if you want to go to the next thing? I can you tell I've never done an FPS before?
No, actually.
Oh, okay.
I've been following your lead and like you've been leading pretty well, man.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Um After a while of chatting, I think they would um offer to just like hang out while he shops for a bit cuz they've been sort of keeping track of the time. They don't know how they've been keeping track of the time. They don't have a watch.
Oh, I think what we can say.
um but they're sure they got time before they need to be back, so they don't mind like staying and shopping with him and helping him out if he needs it. Guy's got five
Okay.
children and one of them is sick.
Oh, yes. Filippo gives you a very grateful smile because yes, he does. He is he is single parent and he is tired all the time.
Oh, baby.
And he's gonna offer if you want to carry Axel. So like, cause Axel like the sick baby has been especially interested in you because like this is like he's because Axel has been feeling like really crummy and it's tough to be sick when you're little and but you are new and you do wiggles too and you have bubbles and you're so exciting and Filippo just kind of gently asks if you want to hold Axel's little single aquarium while they shop because like they seem to kind of cheer up when they're around you.
uh, Give me just a moment. Yeah, okay, they managed totally fine. Absolutely fine.
Oh
Everything's
no.
great.
Oh
Everything's
no.
great.
Oh no.
Don't
Should I?
don't don't worry. Like it's not bad. I promise. It's not bad. I promise. They're definitely not falling in love with these children.
Oh, oh, I thought it was gonna be like, oh God, are you injured? Are you too injured to carry the baby? But no, this is good. Oh, this is good.
Definitely
Oh,
wasn't shot through the heart with soft.
oh,
But they are worried about whether or not they'll actually be able to keep a hold of the poor thing, cause like they got little noodle arms, and they look
it
at their
is.
arms, and then they kind of like do the little rubber hose wiggle to accentuate the fact that their arms are noodles.
Filippo kind of looks at that and kind of gestures towards his own arms, which are long and noodly, and then he unfastens him because guess what? Fanny pack.
Oh,
Fanny pack. Yes,
heck
fanny pack.
yes.
And like you have a baby fanny pack
Ah,
and you guys you shop and you chat and you have a baby who is fascinated with you. Axel loves you now. Axel
every once in a while, I think they'll like kind of tap their beak on the aquarium a little bit. It's not a hard one. It's a very gentle one, but it's enough to make a light tink. And I don't know if you speak burb, but that usually is indicative of affection.
oh, the baby like will make a little bit of a you know how like frogs like will like make kind of chirping sounds like especially when they're like tiny like a little when they ribbit. You
Yes.
hear that every time there's a tap, you hear a little baby ribbit chirp from this baby as it nuzzles against the glass closer to you. Like it really likes you.
I am living for this.
It's so good. I told you I wanted soft. I was gonna give soft. It was
Yes.
going to be good.
Yes.
Yes, it was gonna be good. And you have a good time. Like Filippo is just like randomly chatting because he chats when he's nervous and he chats in general when he's excited too. He's a chatty frog, and he's talking about like the kids because he's never because I don't think he's I think this is the first time he's talked about the kids. Like since like like he's like I think it's the first time he's talked about the kids with you, and so he's talking about like oh like he's talking more about like how each of the kids like are a little bit different and how it's like he's so glad that they don't have legs yet. It's going to be crazy. Like I don't know how I'm gonna keep up with them when they get their legs in. Right now it's like they're so easy right now. You don't understand, Ajax. Like
I
I don't
do
know how I'm gonna do
understand. I
it.
have a 1-year-old little nibbling. They just learned to walk. They are now unstoppable and chaotic, and they're a bird.
Oh no. He's like, oh god, I'm so scared. They outnumber me 5-1. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, I love them and it's gonna be great, but oh my god, oh my tongue, oh my gosh.
I, I wish I could help. I don't know. Don't know enough about children.
Any oh it's about to get sincere in here. He kind of he gives you like a kind of look, and he said, "You kind of already have helped though." Uh, well, okay. I don't know if this would be a role thing. No, I'm just gonna. It's soft. We're just gonna give it to you. He says, "Look, I don't know if you noticed this about me, but I can be a bit of a disaster with certain things, and
No, I had absolutely no idea.
okay, very funny, very funny. Look, seriously though, this is not the first time I tried to get a job. Like, I was, it was getting really tight. I was like, I'm never gonna. I don't regret having my kids. I don't regret adopting them, but I was scared for a while that about like how I was gonna take care of like how I was gonna take care of them. Like I hell, there were days I could barely feed myself, and well, I when I said I needed this job, I really, really needed this job. You know, and you were really chill about a lot of things, and a lot more chill than some of my other bosses were. I well, I owe you a lot.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm actually gonna make that one at disadvantage because it's got a lot of parallels. Oh, oh,
oh,
I don't know which color to use here. Shit. Well, that's a 6. They wouldn't be able to hold back.
oh no,
I don't
oh
think
no.
I've used that one before.
It's a
Game.
new one. Oh no, oh no, oh no. I'm gonna. Should I roll another insight for this?
Oh, please do.
Oh, oh dang it.
Oh,
Oh no.
roll with advantage because you do see their naturally rounded mouth wibbling a little bit.
Oh, that's a 16. That's better.
You clock it. You clock it pretty
Oh,
well. Um,
oh boy.
they are fighting to not necessarily hold back. Well, I, I don't. 1 out of 2. 1d2. Okay, I guess they are fighting back, quote unquote, tears. Um, interesting thing about how they cry though. Um, you see little bubbles forming at the corner of their mouth, and their mouth is doing a little toony wibble. But
Oh,
eventually they do sign. I can relate to that.
oh,
I mean,
oh,
I only have a dog, but I love my dog. I
oh, oh, now I'm soft. Oh no.
Todd,
Uh,
he's a 60-year-old dog. He's older than me. But he's been with me ever since I hatched. He's been with me from the very beginning through a lot. And when I first came ashore, after spending 24 years on the water, that's a long time, I know. Um, we weren't in a great place. Mar was right. She wasn't lying when she said that I spent the vast majority of my days traveling to and from work from Saltpier Port to work, because I did live in that stinky motel that is now condemned. Uh, Only 3 months prior to us going to see what had become of it.
oof, that's
Um,
me, not the character saying that.
yeah. Um, what happened to make me move and uh, at all wasn't great either. Um, Even still, even with this job, it wasn't really enough for me to move, so I had to. It, a lot happened. I ended up taking two jobs. Um, but I understand it's hard when you first start out on your own, and it's especially hard when you have and they pat the aquarium that Axel's in very gently when you have things that are very or people that are very dear to you that you need to take care of because you love them with you.
Hmm, I'm just gonna. Oh yeah, he's
Oh,
Philleapo's a little bit teary-eyed. He's like he's rubbing like he's kind of rubbing like the he's rubbing at his face. So he must have some dirt in his eyes. You don't. You're not sure. It's definitely not tears. What are you talking about? And he
can I roll insight?
sure. I am also gonna roll like a d10.
Ah, that's a 7.
Ah no. Oh, nine, nine. I good. He kind of he like kind of reaches into like the middle of his shirt. Normally his hammer space would be his his inside jacket pocket, but he's not wearing the jacket, so and he pulls out like kind of a handkerchief and he just kind of hands it to you and it's like life kind of can kick you in the teeth, can it? Which which is weird because some tunes don't even have teeth. I don't know what the don't know what the metaphor would be there. And the baby Axel is definitely nuzzling against your hand, Ajaxx.
Oh,
He's like, oh, my new person is sad. Please don't be sad. And they had a little tiny sneeze and nuzzle again.
baby. um, Ajax actually opens their mouth to display the fact that hey, they don't have teeth. They just have a beak. But that also like serves as a way for the bubbles that have just been at the corner of their beak to just float up. And they say thank you for the handkerchief, but ultimately like push it more towards him because despite, that 7, I think even they notice at least the tears.
Yeah, yeah, it's like he's a he's a messy crier, man. He's like
Oh,
a
baby.
disaster. He's a disaster. He's a bit of a disaster. Yeah. He said, but yeah, it's tough. But at least now it's a little bit easier. Like we have each other, right? And he says that part a bit hesitantly, like, because he's like he doesn't know if you got if like we're like are we friends? This is an are we friends like kind of question mark? Like he's not sure. He's hesitant. He's anxious all the time. He's hard to tell.
I'm gonna have them roll uh an insight on themselves. Because I don't think they've really thought about that. Ajax. Wow, okay. You are not in tune with your own emotions.
They've been through a time. That's fair, I think, with everything they've been through.
Oh boy. Um, okay, so there's another color. There we go.
Oh, it's a pretty one.
They tilt their head and they don't seem opposed to that idea, but they aren't sure. Do you want to roll an insight on them?
I would absolutely love to roll an insight on him. Cause yeah. Oh.
Mm.
Oh. Oh boy.
Oh, baby.
Okay, that's not a nat one, so he doesn't think like this person hates me, but he's
uh,
also like,
go ahead.
oh, I've overstepped.
uh, to help with that, at the very least, they do sign like I mean, I guess I'm not. I don't have any ill will. I hmm. And they seem to be thinking. The one thing about Ajax, they do a lot of thinking, maybe a little too much. That might be why they're not great at telling their own emotions.
Yeah. And it's like, well, you know what? That makes sense. Like we maybe we could be friends later because we only just started working together. What like a couple weeks ago? Like it's new. It's we could maybe later we could sort of be friends. But even if like we could still look out for each other. I mean, you're a good boss. I appreciate you, and my kids love you, obviously, and like the little baby Axel nuzzles against the hand again in like confirmation. So it's like, look, if you want to, I don't know, like hang out with me or the kids sometime, if you have free time or just want to unwind, or maybe we could just, I don't know, get groceries or something together. Like we could watch. I think it would be a good idea if we kind of looked out for each other. If you're cool with it, like I'm sure you have other things and commitments in your life, but you know,
They have a very soft
oh,
smile.
oh,
Like they never this is a very new experience for them, but they're they're enjoying it. Like
oh,
it'd be nice to have a friend. Um,
oh.
It'd be nice to have
I
a shopping buddy and a friend. And I know Mar doesn't usually approve of, like, Mar says a lot about keeping personal and professional life out of it, but you've seen how she acts with me, so
yeah,
yeah. And they look
yeah,
incredibly uncomfortable. It is so painfully visible.
yeah.
I
He
think
lets out a
she
sympath-
isn't one to talk.
he lets out a sympathetic wince because yeah, he's seen it. It's um, like 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 acting kind of like a surrogate mom who is someone who's clearly kind of uncomfortable with. It's like yeah, that's like yeah, she doesn't have much room to talk, does she?
No, no, she does not.
No. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think it would be good if you're cool with it for us to hang out. I mean, not the Mar being a mom thing. That's a bit weird, especially since you're not cool with that.
One of these days I'll bring the book over and just slap it on the table. But until then, yeah, I'd be down.
Cool,
That sounds nice.
cool. He's got a pleased little smile on his face, like very obviously relieved because he does not know. Like he is awkward frog, and he does not know how to relate sometimes. But this is going well. This is going better than he thought it did. Thought it would go.
Yeah.
And oh, it's been like a little bit over an hour. Like, do you want to do the thing we sort of talked about, or we could call it here if you want. Like, I don't know, like how much time you have.
uh, well, I mean, I personally got time. I don't, I don't do anything during the day.
Fair. Yeah, I'm not
So
working till like 3, so I've got time. So we can do the thing if you'd like.
I would be down. I'd be heckin' down. Yes, Atomic, there is a thing. There is a
We
very
planned it.
cool thing.
It's a silly, cool thing. So you get basically almost every single thing on Philleapo's grocery list, and you definitely get everything on Ajax's. You get the itch cream. We even find like I want to say you find a couple more shrimp treats because you know what, Ajax deserves good things.
Oh,
And
they're so excited. There's probably even a shrimp soda that they're like super excited to try because this is
yes,
new.
yes, you find a shrimp soda. You find all the good things. And
Oh, they
so
are
like,
so excited.
and they get and he and like Philleapo gets medicine for the babies, but there is one thing left on his list that he was hoping to get, and it is it's this kind of you show it like he shows you the picture because it's kind of a weird thing. It's like a it's basically a it's an applesauce, but it's like guava flavored, and it's you realize oh this is for it's baby food. It's basically like an a fruit paste baby food, and
Yeah.
it's like yeah, it's Axel's favorite treat. They they weren't eating that much since they were sick, and it's like I wanted to get it for them, so but I don't see it anywhere. Let's
Hmm.
both roll. Let's both roll an insight check.
All right. Okay,
Oh
Ajax. All right.
yeah. Oh no. I think
Oh no,
Philippa's distracted by one of the babies. I don't know. Maybe like they like were getting too fussy, and they had to settle them. But Ajax, you spy it. You spy the lone little jar of the baby food, and you like yeah, you spy it, and it's not on a high shelf, so you can get it.
Philleapo. Oh, their tail is a wiggling, and they make sure that Filippo knows where they're going, because they have one of his kids. Like it's
Yeah,
courtesy to let him know that they found it, and they don't really run over. But they do move faster than they would have. They kind of run walk because they're trying to make sure not to jostle the small child.
hmm
And with them being
They
short and stumpy, that's kind of difficult if you run.
yeah. The baby is like very excited. They see the food and they're like, "Oh my gosh, this is great. This is amazing. Do you want to make a dexterity? Go
Oh
ahead and make a
boy!
dexterity." Yep.
That
Yep.
is a thing that they aren't great at, but they will try. That is a 3.
Oh,
That's a 4.
no.
Ah!
Oh,
Wait, hold on. You forgot the D.
oh, I did. Oh, dang it. I did. Oh, that's still good
No!
though. Dang it. Oh, you are reaching for like I don't know, maybe because you're just walking, you don't want to jostle this baby, you're walking a bit slowly, or maybe like you stumble as you're reaching for it, but someone else grabs the jar and like is putting it in his basket.
Hmm.
And he looks I'm gonna open new color. Oh, sad. The baby is also sad. He lets out a little distressed little chirp. And you hear the person who what were we gonna say?
Oh, um, I was gonna say like they probably like looked down to like make sure that the baby was okay, cause they probably did trip a little bit. They got giant feet and short little
Yeah,
legs.
yeah. And this is the person you see grabbing the jar.
Mmm. Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no.
Mm.
Oh boy.
Oh, that guy's intimidating. That guy is
Yeah, it,
intimidating to them.
yeah. Yeah, for a listening audience, this like Ajax and the baby see a really intense looking man in a Shiba Inu apron, holding a grocery sack. He's got a scar on his face, he's got sunglasses, he's got his hair slicked back. He is most definitely probably in the mob and is definitely not based on any animes about house husbands. What are you talking about? This is obviously not that. And he's just kind of like staring down at you, kind of like with disinterest, like as he's placing this jar in his grocery basket, just giving with a kind of quirked brow, like, "What do you want?"
uh, mm. um, See, the fun thing about Ajax is that they are very timid, especially when scared. So I don't, and that was a 6 in a save. Uh, I think they start backing away very slowly with their flippers around the baby to kind of protect them. Like, despite
Yeah.
the fact that Ajax hasn't really been on the shore very long, I'm pretty sure that they are now aware of the Hyukuza,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
no,
No, sir. No, sir.
I'm not about that life. Goodbye. And they turn around and very skittishly just start walking, and they are shaking like a chihuahua.
Oh, no. I think as you were turning around, like Philleapo walks up to you with the now settled baby, like with the now like kind of resettled babies, and is like, "Hey, Ajax, what's up?" And he sees who has got the food, and it's like, "Oh." And now this man is looking at the both of you
What
like
did
with a kind of like a look, and I'm gonna see if this man connects the dots.
you...
If he connects the dots, I think that would be intelligence. Like, did he realize that like he just stole someone's food? Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? It was a 10, like, because it's like I made it a 10, so that works. It's like He goes, ah, this is what you wanted, wasn't it? And he kind of like lazily like reaches into his bag and like holds out the jar, like, huh, well, looks like there's only one left. Mm. And he just like kind of he gives the two of you a sinister smirk. Like, well, oh boy.
That isn't okay, consistent 12. Alright. Okay.
Well, there's only well, I think there's only one way to really settle this. We need to go old school. Yeah.
How? How?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
You know what? I think I understand why they're doing so well at keeping it together because they're frozen.
Yeah. Philleapo's the same way. He's like, he's kind of terrified, and they're just both standing there like, oh god, oh god, oh god. There's only one way to settle this: a good old fashioned battle.
Oh
So
god.
he looks up at like he looks between Philleapo and and Ajaxx is like, so do we want to settle this with sweet or spicy? And Philleapo goes, what? Sweet or spicy? It's like, sweet, please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. I have kids. Like, sweet it is. And he pulls from, and this guy pulls from his hammer space. Yes, that makes it. He pulls out an entire little kitchenette. He pulls out two little kitchenettes and just kind of slams it in between them in the middle of this grocery store.
Uh,
Sweet it is.
that 8 was Ajax, just like their brain just absolutely breaking. You see like sparks fly out from the side of their head and they're like, what the now they're looking around at the rest of the store like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Do y'all see this? Is this allowed?
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah, the grocers are kind of just looking around, like just kind of doing their things. Like, yep, same shit as always, same stuff as always, man. I think like, yeah, this guy's probably shopped here before, so he's pulled this kind of stunt before.
Oh. That makes sense.
Yeah, like there's like a couple of disinterested looks, like, whatever. It's like,
This is
and
also
then
Toontown, so this is probably normal.
yeah, but this Yakuza looking tune just starts pulling out flour and sugar and fruit and just like laying them down like in like two little rows so that there's like what there's a set of food on one set of ingredients on one side and a set of ingredients on the other. And once they're all laid out, he slams his hands on the little mini kitchenette. Like, I like to think it looks like a little kid's like plastic playset. Like
But it still works because Toon logic.
it still works, obviously. It's like, here are the rules. You have an hour. You make the food. Whoever's the best, whoever makes the best food wins. You. And he points to a random grocer. It's like, be our judge. Be our judge. Judge the competition. It's like, yeah, sure, whatever, Ryu.
Uh,
Excellent.
uh, question. And Ajax's flipper shoots up so that, they can be seen. Because they're small.
Yeah.
Uh, can it be specific to something that our own family likes?
He gets a kind of like a respectful nod and a smirk. It's like, relying on family traditions. I respect that. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you may.
Yes!
Yeah. I know what you're planning, and I'm like, yes.
Ajax looks up at Philleapo and they're just like, I know exactly what to bake.
Like, okay.
Do you like bugs?
Oh my gosh, yes I do. Yes.
Okay, do the kids like bugs?
Ajaxx, we're frogs. Of course we like bugs. Who doesn't like bugs?
I don't know. Apparently, some people don't like bugs. I gave Mar a roach muffin at some point, and she looked like she was going to vomit. It was very
You
sad.
make
Yes,
roach muffins. Oh my gosh, I haven't had those since I was a kid.
we're making roach muffins.
Yes. Yes. And okay, let's roll. Do you want to roll like performance, like just a simple performance check, or I don't know, like what else that would be, like
I have no idea what it would be either. Um,
I mean, like if it was to make it look nice, or like I don't think acrobatics or like would it like work, or medicine.
to make it a little bit more fun, we could make it be um to go and gather certain ingredients be step 1. So like
Yes.
um an investigation check to see if you can catch the roaches needed, or
Yes.
for Ryu to get what he needs. And then for part 2, it could be like an intelligence check, just a straight up intelligence.
Yeah, that'll work.
Um
Okay, so
and then for part 3, it could be performance to make it look nice.
yeah, make it work. Make it look Instagram worthy, whatever the Toonkind equivalent is.
Yeah.
Okay. So you hear the timer go off, and the race is on to find these ingredients.
All right. Let
So that would be
me
an invest.
where is investigation? There we go. Oh boy. Oof. Ajaxx.
Oh my gosh. Okay, but 10 is not bad. Like I think above a 10 you find something, but like with a nat 20, oh, he finds the best roaches. Like he finds all the good bugs, and like the right brown sugar, and like the right things. And Ajaxx, I think you find you find the flour, you find the eggs, you find the milk. You find like you find like the basic, you go to the basic, like you find like at least a couple of the basic things, but like Philleapo finds like the really high quality, like
Ye.
roaches with roaches with the good crunch. Like
Heck
really
yeah.
small. Yeah.
Ajaxx is very small. They cannot hold very many things.
Yeah, and oh, I should roll for Ryu. It is what to do. Oh, a 12. Yeah, I think he just like was so pumped that he found some of the basic ingredients, but he does not do as well as he normally does, just cuz like, oh, it's a battle. I haven't done a battle in so long. This is going to be great. But we find the higher quality, like Ajaxx and Philleapo definitely find the higher quality ingredients.
Heck yeah. And is excited again, and their tail is a wiggling. There are bubbles everywhere.
Yes. It's like, this is, and like Philleapo, like you meet up after like back in the small little plastic kitchenette. It's like, this is not how I thought my grocery shopping day would go, but this is better than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, this is fun. I'm excited for this. This is like a different way to shop.
Yeah. Yeah, this definitely is. I hope we don't have to pay for the roaches. Like they are nice quality.
Wait, you didn't just look for them on the ground? You know what? Never mind. Don't worry about it. they just start walking off, or they just start
Yeah,
like looking through, looking
yeah,
through their
yeah,
thing for the recipe they use.
yeah. And you guys, you find your stuff. You find the stuff, and I think you even get back to like just because of like we both had higher rolls. I think we find like like we might have gotten back there, like back to the little kitchenette before Ryu did, or like
Ooh.
we want to. Yeah, like oh wow, we're on a roll. Okay,
Does that
you
mean
hear
that we
like
get advantage on the next one, or?
absolutely like
Heck yeah.
you hear intense like screams like ah ha, 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 this is mine. You hear intense screams throughout the like battle cries throughout the grocery store as he's grabbing the ingredients. Like okay, he's having a good time.
Yes.
We're here to have a good time.
We
And
are.
oh, what
I,
did we say we were gonna roll for like
the second one, I think it was an
yeah
intelligence to see if we could remember the recipe.
yes. And I'm gonna
Ah! Let's see
oh
if they can
no
get a nat 20.
yes advantage please advantage.
Dang it.
Oh that's still really good though. That is still really good.
Hell
And
yeah.
I'm also gonna
That's the
I'm all
19 turned into a 21. Yeet.
I'm all like we don't need to go any higher than that, but I'm also gonna roll like oh that's pretty good.
Yee.
Oh
Oh.
what it's an advantage and like you like I think Ajax makes these muffins more than like Philleapo definitely does. Like Philleapo said, oh it's been I haven't made these since I was a kid, so he remembers more than he thought he did, but like you Ajax are a baking master. You know this recipe by heart. You even know like the little like tidbits and tricks you do to like make it extra muffins extra moist, to make the muffins extra tasty. Like you know all the tricks. You know all the things. And I'm gonna roll real quick for Ryu, and because he is like a house husband, he is the house husband expert. I'm also going to give him advantage. Like
Fair.
oh, and he needs it. Oh Lord. Ah, dang it. If only I knew how to roll a dice. This that's not how you're supposed to do it. Oh, oh, you are equal in skill as you are making these. Like, if you want to like kind of split this up, like you and Philleapo, like Ajax and Philleapo are just very calmly chatting as you're making these muffins, as you're stirring this batter in and adding the sugar and the butter and but you look over to Ryu and he every action is intense. Like he is going like ah as he's chopping up these strawberries. He's making like action noises basically every time he like adds eggs to the batter, every time like he like is like adding like stirring his like roux. He's going crazy and he's like every reaction is like over the top and crazy, but they are like he's not making things up and he goes along. He's like he definitely knows what he's doing. He's just
Yeah.
very very passionate about it in ways that like very intense. Like
Very intense. And
oh
that amount of intensity, I think, kind of makes Ajax a little unsettled. They're a little
kind of like
uncomfortable.
gives Ajax a look like that's new, isn't it?
And
Mm,
they
yeah.
just kind of nod. They're just like, I
And
don't know how to feel about this. I'm
I
very
think like
scared.
with the rolls, like the muffins are baked and they look and like now it's just a matter of like not baked. The batter is made and now it's just a matter of baking them and making them look good. Like maybe we want to put like I don't know, artfully arrange like the batter in a certain way or give them a nice little frame, but we can roll a performance.
Yes. Ay!
But what my performance is.
For a druid with a. Oh.
Oh, oh boy. I think Philleapo gets distracted by the kids as he's like trying, like one of them gets fussy again, but like Ajax, it's up to you to make the muffins look good, and you do a pretty good job. Like you do a pretty good job.
Heck yeah.
Hello?
Heck yeah. Like, they've
Oh,
done this at least
Ajax, are you
once a
talking?
month. Yeah.
Babble, are you talking?
Yeah? Hello?
Oh no, I don't hear anything.
Oh no!
Oh no. Come back.
Hello?
Oh, okay, good. I don't know why, but it muted on me.
Oh no!
Oh no. Okay. I don't know like which part you heard, but
I heard all of it.
okay, good.
Oh, that
Good, good, good.
is.
I think it was just
There's some repeat coming in on. Uh. What?
let me just see if I had to take off my headphones. Let me just
Uh.
my headphones died. Let me see.
Mm.
Kid, is there an echo still or
Hello?
oh I can hear you.
Ah. There is still an echo.
Oh no. Oh no, why? Discord.
I don't know. Uh.
Why must
Maybe. Maybe bounce real quick?
yeah. I can try like signing off. Okay, I'm gonna try signing off real quick on my end.
Alrighty.
Alright. Is there still an echo?
Hello!
Hello. Do
How
you
to.
hear an echo on your side or is it
I.
gone?
I do still hear an echo.
Dang it, why?
I don't know.
Why, Discord? Do you not like my headphones? I think it might be on my end because like my thing like my headphones were weird, but then I took them off and I was fine. Is it any better now?
Hello!
Hello.
Hmm.
Any better now?
Not really. Hmm.
Any better now?
Hello!
Hello.
Ah! There we go!
Oh, okay, good. Ha ha ha.
Yay!
Hooray! Okay.
Alright, well, um, thankfully I heard everything that you had
Okay.
said. I just, uh, when I responded, I wasn't heard.
Oh no. Yeah, I was wondering, like, wow, like it's really quiet. Like, oh God, did I lose somebody? Like,
Oh boy. Um, but I think Ajax makes the roach muffins about at the very least, once a month. So
oh, nice.
they don't usually care about making it pretty, but sometimes they do just because, sometimes you want to.
Mhm.
So I'm using that to explain the 17.
Well, it's a good reason. It's a good reason. Let's see if it'll beat like reuse. Because I gave this guy, yeah, I gave this guy +6 in performance because like he is the house husband. Oh, oh, you know what? Oh, I am gonna give it to him an advantage just because like the house husband. Like,
Fair.
oh, Oh yeah, that
Aw.
does it. Oh no. It is so the roast muffins look fantastic. They look like the most decadent muffins you've ever seen, and they're in their nice little muffin paper wraps. But I think like Ajax, you might have even laid down a little like checkered napkin or something to make it look aesthetically pleasing. Like make it. But oh, reuse muffins. Like Ryu makes like he doesn't make a muffin. He makes a parfait, and it looks adorable. He arranged the fruit like on the top to make it look like.
It's sort of like the volume kind of gets clear and then it gets
Oh
uh
no.
staticky, kind of not. I don't know how to explain.
Oh shoot. Can you hear me now? Let me see if.
I mean,
Okay.
I can still hear you. It's just the quality of the audio keeps like fluctuating.
Okay. I'm trying my headphones again. Like, see if that helps.
All right.
Is that working?
Yeah, it sounds like it's
Does
working to
that
me.
sound any better?
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, we're so close. Why are we having problems now?
Discord is being a butthole.
We're so close, Discord. Let us have the cute. Let us
But
have the shenanigans.
yeah.
But yeah. Okay. So I don't know like how when I was cutting off, so I'll just start from like the performance. Like Ryu, like the muffin you make is really nice. I think you may like even lay it out with like maybe like a checkered napkin or something. You just make it look like it looks really good and it just looks Instagram worthy. But Ryu makes a parfait and it looks decadent. It is not only like artfully arranged, like like there's no like mess or anything, but like there's even he even arranges the top part of the fruit to look like a teddy bear, like laying in a bed of whipped cream. Like it's that pretty. Like there are anime sparkles around this parfait. It looks amazing.
Ooh. Actually, I should uh probably be better at making. Oh, I wouldn't be better at making a deception. But I should because
Oh, that's pretty good.
that is actually a really good deception. What the heck, Jackie?
Yeah, and the very bored like grocery store clerk kind of watches this happening. Like you can kind of tell, oh, he's done this before. Ryu does this a lot. He watches the two and he like eyes like the he looks at the muffins, he looks at the parfait. It's like, well, Ryu, I think you run at least with how you with presentability. Like it definitely looks nice. And Ryu kind of lets out like a smug smirk. It's like, but and Ryu says, but the true test is the taste. It's like, yep, yes it is, yes it is. And he tries a little bite of the parfait, and he has a tiny little pleased smile on his face as he tries the parfait because it's pretty dang good. It's pretty dang good. And then he's like, okay, I'm gonna try. And it's like, okay, now for the muffins. And yeah, like I don't think he's paid attention enough to realize that there are bugs in this muffin just because this is such a regular occurrence. But like with like the high rolls we've gotten, like they're pretty dang good muffins. Like they don't look as nice as that parfait, but they taste excellent. Like you can taste like the type of brown sugar you eat. It's like you don't like he has a kind of confused look on his face from the crunch. Like there's a weird texture to these muffins he doesn't know about, but it's like
Mm.
was it like what did you use? Chocolate chips? This is weird, but it's really tasty. Like and he just kind of he polishes down the muffin, he polishes down the parfait. It's like, gosh, Ryu, I don't know. They both really good, but they kind of made different things. Like kind of like comparing apples to oranges, you know? And you really like say one is better than the other. And Ryu kind of look on his face like, hmm, you might have a point.
Should we have the kids taste test it? Because kids are brutally honest.
That's true. And he kind of like looks down at what at the little kids, and it's like, you, you will be the taste tester. It's like, and the kids are like, okay, sure. They're babies. They don't care. Babies don't care.
uh, Ajaxx does look up at Philleapo though, and um, they were they're still the kind of scared, kind of periwinkle blue, cause
Oh,
pretty sure that that person was not a bird or a frog that tried their muffins. So like, they don't want to say what's in it.
yeah. He's like, oh, I should roll a deception for him too, because it's like he's not gonna say anything.
That that last roll was a 9 for, and that was their deception. They've been
Oh,
sweating.
oh, oh no. Yeah, actually, like, yeah, with the 9, actually, I'll say like, oh yeah, he can tell. So, like, the clerk can tell something's up. It's like, uh, why? What's wrong? And I didn't create stats for this clerk. I'm just gonna go with the D20. Oh no! Oh
No.
no! The clerk looks at like the sweating Ajax, and then he looks down at the ingredients and he sees the bugs, and he turns green, and is like, you know what? Never mind. Ryu wins. Ryu wins. Oh god, I need the best. I need to use the restroom. I'm taking my break, and he runs. He runs out and he runs.
Oh no.
I'm also gonna make.
That's a
Oh.
9, and that's a disadvantage because they are very upset. That's a 2.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna make a. I'm gonna have. Oh no. I'm gonna have like Ryu. Oh.
I
Oh
don't
no.
think I don't think the clerk was a bird or a frog or any other kind of toon animal that would eat bugs. So
I don't. Yeah, I don't think so.
there aren't that
I
many.
no.
Even Abigail doesn't seem to like to eat bugs. And she's a
Yeah.
seagull.
Yeah. I think we might be in the minority. Uh, I mean, we did our best, and we got muffins, so it's not that bad. I mean, it could have been worse. Like, yeah, we didn't get the food, but we got muffins. The kids like muffins, so yeah. Like, you guys like muffins, right? And the babies are absolutely drooling at these muffins. Like including like Axel, who's like, oh my gosh, this was an amazing time. Like, I don't know who that crazy man was mixing that food together, but we got to make muffins and they smell so good. I want a piece.
This is a new thing because like usually losing doesn't bother Ajax, but I think this more so bothers them because it was supposed to be something for someone else.
Oh,
So I think even despite this, as the babies happily eat the muffins, um, they're still just kind of like, oh.
no. Yeah. Yeah, I thought we were gonna win too. Easily, and like, yeah, like Filippo kind of like nods at that. It's like he looks kind of like sad too, because like, oh man, the kids would really like that food. And I'm gonna actually like that roll I had earlier was like Ryu, like that 5 roll earlier was Ryu going like bugs. I don't see any bugs. And I'm actually gonna have him try the muffins. And I'm gonna do another d20. And I'm gonna have him roll investigation.
Would you say that's with advantage since he's actually putting it in his mouth?
Yeah, I would say so. Oh gosh.
They baked it that well. They baked it that well. You don't notice the taste.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna say like the 10 is like enough to realize, oh yeah, I see bugs on the ingredient table, but he doesn't taste it. This is just like he's testing the quality of the work. Like, and he's like, I think in a 10, I think because like his whole thing now, like his life is like doing like being a house husband. He like cooks, so that's cooking and cleaning and like the quality of that, and he's testing the quality of those muffins as he takes another bite of it. It's like this is a quality muffin. It's a wholesome muffin. This is a muffin from the heart. I respect that. I respect you. And out of respect, and he reaches into a shopping bag and hands Ajaxx the baby food. Out of respect, I will concede defeat. I think my victory was not a true one.
Okay. Okay, Ajaxx is a freaking bleeding heart and a moron. An emotional moron. Yeah, no, there are bubbles. Actually, like they're doing the little mouth wibble and then like their mouth just kind of gets open and there's bubbles floating from the inside of their mouth. They're crying as they hold this.
Oh, oh.
Yes, and a moron. They are a moron.
They are good. So is Philleapo. And so is Ryu. They're all morons. They're all idiots, and we love them. Like, and he like I think Ryu sees your like sees the bubbles, and it's like, yes, the battlefield can be an emotional place, but you are a true warrior, and you fought well.
Ajax just
Let's
looks
hang out some.
and just looks at Philleapo and just like I'm very confused, but this is fine. I'm confused, but okay.
Philippa's like, yeah, me too, but I think we should just roll with it.
Yeah.
Ryu, Ryu kind of like, let's and like Ryu kind of like reaches over and hugs Philleapo like really tightly, like enough to like you hear a kind of little like squeaky toy noise as like the air kind of leaves his lungs. It's like, oof, we're battle brothers now. And he drops him back on his feet, and he goes over to hug Ajaxx. And Philippa's like, oh wait, they might not want to hug. They're not much. They don't really like hugs. Like, and like Ajaxx, like Rio kind of looks at Ajaxx, is like fist bump. I
Hmm.
respect. I respect like personal boundaries. Fist bump instead.
Yeah. They they do a little fist bump, or for them it's like a flipper tap. But yeah.
Yeah, it's like, and like Ryu goes, excellent. Our pact is sealed. And he walks away into the sunset, like coat and apron billowing in the air, grocery bag in hand as he makes his way towards the register.
Ajax is still confused. an emotional sobbing mess
Philippe,
as they hold
yeah,
the jar and they just like gently set it in the cart and they're shaking as they're still crying and they're like, I am very confused, but okay.
yeah, yeah, me too. Let's just let's just go. I think I might need to go to another store from now on. I don't know if I could deal with this every week.
Yeah. I don't think
Yeah.
I think it's my fault that the clerk knew that there were bugs. So I don't I might be banned. I might be banned.
Uh, eh, I wouldn't worry about it too much. The clerk just doesn't have good taste. I mean, bugs are delicious.
Why would they sell them if they weren't made to be in
Exactly.
uh
Exactly. Like they were in a weird spot, like, but yeah, they were there. And for like for context, like he just found a random jar that was like in the back that a little like nest of bugs had made its home in. So it's like, oh, like they're not actually for sale, but like, oh, it looks like bugs for sale.
Meanwhile, Ajax was just like assuming that um they were just gonna get their bugs from like looking at the floor or something. Because that's what they usually do.
Yeah.
They are they're definitely not the type of person who would just shove a random bug from the floor in their mouth just like they would a hermit crab. They don't have that same habit. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, that D2 was to see if they got banned or not.
Oh no.
The one has I think as
Oh.
they walk out, there's there pictures of their faces and
Oh boy.
a giant red circle with a line through it says banned
Oh
until
no.
further notice. And Ajax, just who had finally stopped crying by the time that they got out, just starts crying again. It's been a day. They're
Oh
very
no.
confused.
Oh no. Philleapo is fussing. He's like flustered. Like oh no, please don't cry. I'm sorry.
No,
Ah.
it's fine. It's been a long. I'm tired. I need a nap. That's more so why I'm crying at this point.
Oh yeah. I feel ya. Let's just I don't know. Let's just go. We have muffins. I got my stuff. Let's just go. This place is so dang weird. And not in a fun way.
We should definitely do this again at some point, though.
Yeah. Preferably where there aren't baking battles. That's more stress than I can handle right now.
Yeah, especially if we're going up against a person tune, and we're being judged by not by non-bird frog tunes.
Yeah. Do you think that guy was with the Yakuza? It looked like he was with the Yakuza.
He does, though. He does.
Oh my gosh. Like he didn't have the suit, but oh my gosh.
Oh, hey, would you mind walking with me down to the the squabble?
Oh, of course not. Yeah, I would love that. But yeah, and like yeah, he's definitely gonna walk. He and the babies are gonna walk down with you, grocery bags in hand, like down to the squabble.
Yay! Cause I imagine like it's getting a little dark out maybe.
Mhm.
And um fun little tidbit about Ajax, they didn't bring their shoes with them when they went to visit Abigail, their little twinkle tappers. So it's getting dark out. They don't have their twinkle tappers. They may or may not be a little scared of the dark.
Oh. Oh, and oh, guess what?
Mm.
He's a wizard. He He is wizard, and he has. Oh, wait. Does he still have this? He's got a light. He's got a spell for casting light. I think. I have reused thing up. I think he's got a cantrip. Uh,
Oh, if he has dancing lights, I'm going to lose my ever loving mind.
oh, dang it! No, he does not. He has prestidigitation. I don't know if that would like. No. Oh, instantly light or snuff out a candle, torch, or small campfire. You know what? It's a. You know what? Oh, you could create like instantaneous harmless sensory effect. So yeah, he's gonna take like he's gonna create tiny little fairy lights. Like this is an FPS. We're supposed to have a good time.
Yeah.
He creates tiny little glowy firefly lights. Like I think like you get the impression he does this a lot because the babies like the lights, and he just as you're walking as it gets dark, like you're just surrounded by these soft glowing fireflies as you walk like safely back to where you need to go.
Aww.
It's
Ah!
good. It's good.
It is very good, and Ajax might be walking a little closer to Philleapo than usual. And it's not, just so we're clear, it's not meant to be anything
No, I
romantic. It's more
figured.
so just because they are a very skittish bird.
No, I figured. Like the dark is not fun.
No.
No, the dark is not fun. And I think like a lot of the kids are also kind of scared of the dark. Like and like Filippo may or may not like it too much either. But don't judge him. Don't judge him. Like
We are not judging at all. Like you don't even need a reason. The only reason why Ajax has one is because forbidden lore. But you don't
no,
need
but
a reason. Sometimes the dark is just scary.
yeah. But is there anything you want to do to wrap this up, or otherwise I might just kind of do a little closing narration?
No, I think this is a perfect way to end off.
Yeah. Okay. So you two walk back to like you two walk like he walked like Jade. Filippo walks you back. You hand the baby back to Filippo. The kid and Axel is like already like kind of dozing off sleepily, and they
Aww.
already seem to be kind of perking up. Like I think like they just needed to kind of ride out this cold, and like he looks like even like a little bit of like of the food and medicine he got is gonna make him is like gonna bring him back up to 100%. And I want to say you make plans to kind of meet up with each other again, maybe even just to like hang out with the kids because the kids really like Ajax right now. Like
Ah!
yes,
Yee.
I want to say they make plans to hang out later and maybe to like chill with the kids, and it's good. And the day closes off just like the day ends just kind of softly and nicely with roach muffins.